All right, now before I start, I'm going to say, me using these clips, I'm in no way am saying these games are ass or anything. First and foremost, I love fighting games in general, but I can call a spade a spade. Things are implemented into a game that I play that I don't like. I can tell you that, hey, I don't like that. And also, these are the things that are used to discredit other games, like saying it's random. Oh, the game's got unblockables, or the better player doesn't always win, or you got to deal with the top tier characters. Oh, why I always got to see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Why I always got to see UI Goku? Okay, and Tekken, why I always got to see Dragunov? Why I always got to see Lydia? Right? You can make that same argument for these games too. But going back to my argument to where I think guessing is an egregious mechanic in fighting games, and you don't really need to use that to create a good fighting game. But all these more modern fighting games that are released have all been about setting up the situation to make somebody guess over and over and over again. And with this clip and the next clip, you're going to see that. So now ask yourself, do you think mindless guessing is something to be seen as competitive? I mean, like, yeah, they got competitive gambling with poker and stuff, they guessing that. So I mean, if you're going to say, yeah, that's okay, then what's the criteria for real? But going to my point, I think guessing is inherently bad. For me, honestly, the guess style isn't really fun to play, because it just comes down to who makes the best choice instead of who's making the best play. So in this clip, Lee Mishima is going to get started with Lydia, and then just half dragging off guessing and the guess and the guess. Every situation leads in the guess, right? So watch. Here we go. Wait until Lee Mishima gets started. All right, here we go. Guess, time to guess. Oh, that's plus frames. And then he's going for a mid launcher that's safe to this power crushing situation because it recovers fast enough. And guess what? Time to guess some more. 442's plus on block now. Lee Mishima gets to go into a transition to make him guess. All right, Rory Nietzsche guessed wrong. Then I guess he ducked or something, got hit. Now guess what? Still Lee Mishima's turn in heat. Uh-oh. More guessing. Did this. Now Lee Mishima's plus. Uh-oh. Lee Mishima's still plus. What's he going to do? Got to guess here. Oh, too bad. Lee Mishima did 442, which breaks armor, so you can't power crush here. Didn't matter if you did anything, you was going to get caught. Oh no, now you're at the wall. Wall splatted. Combo. And then if you try to sidestep, he did a high projectile right here. I mean, a high homing move right here to stop you from sidestepping, which knocks you to the wall. Now you got to guess. Damage. Match is over. Damn, you guessed wrong how many times? Let's see, how many interactions was that? He didn't even get to play. He blocked this one move, boom, it was over. Let's see. All right, guess situation 1. Guess situation 2. Guess situation 3. Guess situation 4. And you guessed wrong. So even though I've been joking saying like, yeah, you got to guess for 4 turns before it's your turn, it looked like it was really 5 because he had to guess another time. But you're meaning to tell me that this game is more competitive because you get to make somebody guess more? Okay. All right, let's keep watching. Let's go to the next round. Go to the next round. Let's see how many guessing takes place in this match. All right, dragging off. Uh-oh, time to guess. Oh, Power Crush went through this time. Uh-oh. Got the plus frames. All right, they're playing some strong nukes right here. Oh, got the heat up over there. Uh-oh, time to guess. Oh no. So for y'all complaining about unblockables and shit, y'all ain't got shit to say about this move. This move is fucking unblockable. This is a high unblockable. You know what the option is to deal with this? Duck. You know what the option is when you duck? A plus on block mid. But y'all want to sit here and try to say and discredit Sparking Zero because you get hit by unblockables from Key Blast. Like, shut up. So the same situation, but different animation. So you block this move, right? This is like blocking the Key Blast before Broly does unblockable. And then you're like, shit, I'm gonna try to deal with this. And you're like, oh, you hesitate because usually after this move that she just did, this right here, after this, she can follow up with a mid and hit you, or a fast high to stop you from trying to sidestep. Just options galore, right? Instead, you hesitate. You're like, well, let me just block it out. And she's like, oh no, unblockable, bitch. Where's the outrage? Y'all complain all day on Twitter. This shit's way faster than how Broly can set his up. First off, with Broly, I gotta power up the sparking or use sparking skill check first, or I mean skill points to get there. No, this bitch, she just pops fucking heat. You just press 2+3 and you're in heat now, and now you just gotta hold this shit. But y'all say this is more competitive. Now I'm not shitting on the game. I'm just calling y'all hypocrites for condemning one thing and praising another. So all right, you already see. Look. Let's let the sequence go. All still plus frames to plus frames. Never your turn. Finally, it was his turn at some point, but it didn't matter. All the damage is done. You got to guess the whole round. Oh, I mean, I didn't get started right here. Here's another one of y'all favorite games. Again, as I was saying, not shitting on this game for nothing. Just calling y'all hypocrites for talking about, oh, the game is scrubby or whatever, right? So check this out. Let's watch the Street Fighter 6 clip. Now, what's going to happen? I'm gonna just tell you everything that y'all love happened in modern fight game. Neutral skip, 50-50. It's a set play. So let's go. And this is Ryu. This is one of the most normal characters in the game. Oh, starts the match with drive rush, plus frames. Oh, you got hit. Now you're in the corner. It's a set play throw loops. Guess. Oh, let's count the guessing. Hold on, wait. Let's count the guessing. We're not even gonna count getting hit first. Cause I mean, like you really guess wrong here. Like at this point, he's about to start guess wrong. Drive rush, crouch medium kick, plus on block, does even more plus frames, goes straight to heavy punch while he's in drive, still plus. Now he does jab, the safe block string. Oh, he presses the button here, thinks it was his turn, thought it was good. And this is Xiaohai. This ain't some random scrub. This is Xiaohai. He just won the Esports World Cup, won 300K, as I was saying. Now we're in the corner. Throw loop city. Now let's count the guesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he guessed right that time. Wow. And he guessed right the 8th time. He did a wake up DP. So this sequence, all this man had to do was just rush. Look, and good shit to Kusanagi. I'm not taking away from his win or nothing like that. Again, I'm using this as an example to call people out who want to say, oh, this game is blah, 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 or these games is whatever. All right, what do you call this? This competitive? You in a situation, you just got to guess constantly? I want to say this as well. For the people that say, and there was a Twitter thread where someone was saying, you could just mash your counters and they work in Sparking Zero. Okay, guess what the method is for you to get out of what I just showed you on the screen is? To mash. Oh, you want to get out of throw loops? Mash DP, mash backdash, jump. You want to get out of Lydia's nonsense? Mash power crush, mash on a rage art or something. Because it's honestly, rage art is really the only thing that can deal with that. Everything else she's got, she can break power crush with heat burst. So it's not really. It's a really weird tactic. Like you're basically throwing darts in the dark, or shooting in the dark, open to land something. Where people want to try to discredit Sparking Zero, saying, oh, you can mash on counters in that game. What do you think it is in this game? Mashing supers, mashing reversal, the dragon punches, or in attacking your mashing power crushers, mashing heat bursts, mashing rage art when you're at disadvantage. But in Sparking Zero, there's definitely more encouraged clean gameplay, because you can, like, there are trades that either nothing will happen to you and your opponent. You both leave the situation at a stalemate, and then you have ways to just like outthink your opponent because they're layers and where they go. I'm going to show that in this next match for Sparking Zero. All right, so right here in Spark Zero, I'm playing versus Dez. He's definitely the best Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta player I played against. And I think he's #1 ranked in 1v1s too. But okay, so let me explain the neutral in this. So as you saw how Street Fighter 6 had started, just dash across the screen and get started, plus frames, plus frames, plus frames. And this is a little different. So I'm powering up, and you know there's a big distance between us. And as I'm powering up, it's actually not a threat right now for me to power up because I don't have any skill points to go into sparking mode. But just having the meter is still a threat because like, I can move around. It's just tied to all your resource movement, attack, defense, everything. And Dez, he's got 2 skill points. He powered up all the way. He could definitely get into sparking mode, and in sparking mode, or you become a super version of yourself. You get access to infinite combo reps. Even though it's still escapable, it will go on for a long time. You do a lot of damage. You also get access to at least 3 reps of a blast super and access to your ultimate attack. And with Ginyu, my ultimate attack is a body change, so me having sparking is a huge threat. So I'm gonna show you guys how this match goes. So he's super dashing in, and in this situation, what I can do is I can move out the way by sidestepping. I can also do a last second block to avoid, and they call it Z counter his attack by avoiding and teleporting out the way. I also can shoot glass here, but I seem to have been caught constantly key charging, and I didn't release key charge fast enough. So he's going to challenge me and hit me. So now he's getting started. I'm now in a hit stun. Even though I'm in this hit stun, his combo is not all the way guaranteed because I can escape it with like bench counter. But I have to have 2 skill points for that. But I do have 1 skill point now. Also, you gain a skill point or more skill points faster. So anyway, I'm getting hit, and my ways to get out: I can revenge counter, I can super counter. I also can still Z counter if he chooses something like slow enough to hit me that I can time it. But so now I'm getting hit, combo, tried to follow up the combo with like a power hit. I was able to Z counter and get out and escape. So now I'm out of it, and we're back to neutral. I'm going for a grab. The grab lands, and now he's sent across the screen. I could opt to follow up and combo him right here, but instead I used game meter. So next time I key charge, I can probably try to you know, get into sparking mode and body change him. The whole point is I want to body change him because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does so much damage, and if he's able to constantly pilot this character, he can watch my whole team. But with Ginyu, I have the opportunity to steal his character, and then he will have a significantly weaker team. So we're still in neutral. He swoops in. This time he swoops in. I Z counter the swoop or the super dash attack and went for another grabbed him. I'm totally controlling neutral. You haven't heard me say anything about a guess, right? There's no guess. I reacted to it. I pressed the button. I saw him do it. That's what it is. You also haven't heard me say anything about plus frames, turns, or anything like that. This game, until someone gets a hit, and even when they get the hit, it's still, you're playing neutral. Like, you're still playing the game. There's not a point of the match where you're just blocked out of being able to play. There's always something you can do. Same thing. This time he swoops in, and I challenged with another swoop, or I call it a swoop because I play Earth Special Forces, and this same type of animation was called a swoop. Not called a swoop, but just for the sake of the video, me not needing to like say something else, I'm gonna call it a swoop. So he swooped in, and I swooped him back, and we got the trade. So now the trade, this happens. This is a clash or trade, whatever type situation, and we both have to press the button faster than the other one to win this interaction. Now look how much damage happens afterward. All right, so it really wasn't that any damage. It's just, all right, I get the opportunity for a hit. So now when this hits, he can get out of the situation by vanishing it, but I can also reversal the situation when he tries to get out of it. So I try to hit him, see, look, reversal. He reacted to it by pressing the block button at the right time. And now it's on me to do the same thing to him, or super counter here. Super counter the significance of the super counter versus the vanish is that the vanish requires super counter requires no meter. So you can use a super counter to regulate your opponent's meter and force them to also have the super counter. Now the difference between them is that outside of the meter cost, super counter requires nothing. It's just it has a stricter timing, so you have a bigger chance of missing it, especially in the heat of a moment when you just have to do it. So here I can super counter or I can vanish. If I super counter and he misses his super counter timing, then I get out of the situation. Then I can put him in a vanish ward too, or just combo him if he chooses not to engage in a vanish ward. A vanish ward is when we're teleporting like this behind each other and constantly trying to hit each other. The point of this is to get your opponent to drain their meter, but also you gain skill points for every successful vanish. So I get hit, and now, you know, instead of following up for a combo because he doesn't have as much meter, he wants to gain his meter, he's using this opportunity to charge up his heat. Now back to what I was saying in the middle of this, you ain't heard me say anything about guessing yet. So back into the analyst, right? So now I'm powering up, he's swooping in because he's got enough key. He sees I'm going to try to power up, and I have 3 skill points now. So I'm a big threat. Also, because I have 3 skill points, I can actually, I don't even need to power up to sparking. I can use instant spark. And by the way, it's not super instant as people think. It's instant is the fact that you don't have to power up in like 2 or 3 seconds to get to that, to your max for sparking mode. Instead, you just use a skill and it'll put you in a sparking mode. But it has startup time, so I can get hit out of it. But anyway, he's recognizing, oh crap, he's got the skill points. Let me just swoop in. I don't have time to charge. So that's why he came in and attacked me now. I super counter to get out. That's what that big white ball was that happened. Instead of spending meter. So I saved my meter and forced him to have to spend meter. He didn't spend any meter or try to super or counter me back. Now, special fighting pose. Now I got it. Now I have my my sparking mode, and I can hit him with body change if he tries to like do anything sweet, or if I catch him in a combo, which he could also still counter or avoid the body change, but it's unblockable. So like you can't block it. You have to vanish at the right time. But because of the timing on it, it's tough because most unblockables in this game, they either are really fast or slow, or they have like varying degrees of speed, and that's how they get you with the timing. So you as a player have to learn all the timing. So anyway, let the play. Now he's behind me, he's comboing me. He's like, oh, I can't let you get your body change off. So he did this is a hard knockdown combo. So he's using this to charge up, and now he's using his own blast attack to hit me. Big damage, but I'm not dead yet. I go in, I super counter out. So this super counter is super clutch, for lack of a better term, but it really is. Like, you know how hard it is to pull off a super counter, because like, yeah, if someone's doing a string and well, let me go. If someone's doing a string like this, because of how fast it is, there's no gap, it's easier to super counter, because when you super counter, you're just light taps up and attack at the same time. You don't want to mash it. Light taps of it, try to match the move. But if he were to do a delay right here, like square, square, square into charge triangle or any of the charge triangle directions, I would have got blown up. But that loses to a Z counter or vanish, or you can sidestep. And you can also super counter, but I'll say this, the moves that are slower beat super counter. Super counter is better versus moves that are faster. But that's why it's easier to get a super counter versus strings than it is versus like a vanish, because the vanish has like a more longer timing window to catch instead of it being like right there in instant. But anyway, he didn't challenge the super counter, nor did he super counter here, so I was able to use that timing to get him away from me. Like here, to get the special fighting pose, and then also, like, you know, hits me with this super right here, and after this he almost kills me. I'll just let it rock. But again, as I'm telling y'all have heard me talk about no guessing. There's no guessing at all. land body change. Now I'm his character, and you see how low his HP is because he was beating me up just like the show. But yeah, like as y'all heard, there's no guessing in this situation. Even when you see someone's doing like perception, they're mashing perception, which is pretty much a meter version of block. It actually requires meter to hold this. When you hold perception, people get auto counter if they do an attack at you. So even with that, you can say, oh, he's doing perception, let me grab him, or do a key blast, or dash to his back and combo him from the back, because from the back you can't block or perception correctly. But what I'm saying is, I don't see any of this guessing 50-50 looping gameplay here. There's always something you can do. Okay, even the unblockables or whatever, I've been showing this off in some of the videos I've been posting, but I don't know, maybe people are watching. But how are you going to say this game is competitive and that game's not competitive when they all literally have the same strats? It's just different planes. This is an arena fighter, but like I said, there's no guessing in it, and that makes it even better for me, because I don't think guessing has a place in fighting games. That's how I feel. At least there needs to be more layers to reach that part of the win condition in the match. Not round one start, now you're guessing. Like it's different when, and it's not the same. I've seen some Twitter tweets talk about, well, everything is guessing, even neutral. No, false. Stop putting fake news on the internet.
Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't.
And this is another thing I want to say, and no disrespect, but it's going to come off disrespectful. There's no other way to say it, but y'all are not experts on the genre. You might have a good way of framing it or whatever, but it's wrong. It's incorrect. You are misleading people, and it's not doing our scene any good. These people actually want to play the game. Let them play the game. Does not bother you in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know, maybe you thought you were going to do well in the game or something like that. And a lot of y'all don't have credentials in anything. Y'all just all of a sudden, it just so happen to have this authoritative type of mentality when you're like, no, it shouldn't be like this. Why? Because you said so? Who died and made you the authority on this? Like, please stop. It's aggravating. I'm tired of getting on the internet and seeing y'all make these takes, and a lot of y'all are as players average at best. Yeah, man, just let people enjoy the game, man. People want to compete, let them compete. You ain't got to tell them what they should and shouldn't do or how the game should. You are not a developer, let alone good at the game. So let people do what they want to do, man. And everybody else, hope you like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you online and on stream. Peace.